Hello YouTube, wanted to do another Swiss Army knife video update. So I ended up getting, I guess you can say new knife. It was one that this was actually the first knife that I ordered originally, but the company or the website I bought from took forever to deliver it to me. I think it took almost 2 weeks from Michigan to Illinois, which is crazy. And then when it did arrive, it had the glass was missing. So between the waiting and the back and forth, I ended up with getting 3 other ones off Amazon. But this was actually the first one I ordered. So when I first started looking for a Swiss Army knife, I was kind of looking, I guess at that time, I thought I just would get one and was trying to find that one perfect one. And I decided this was the best one at that time. This is the Evolution, let's see right here, 23. So my checklist actually for when I was looking for one was obviously a blade, a knife. I really wanted a wood saw, really wanted scissors, and I don't know why, but really wanted a magnifying glass too. So those are the 4 things on my list, and a lot of the Victoria Onyx ones have like a real short plastic looking one, and this is, I believe, the Wenger is how you say it, I believe, that version. This comes with a nice kind of sturdy metal one, so I kind of wanted this for, I don't know, that'd be handy to have for fire starting purposes, to be able to have the magnifying glass. So that was really kind of how I settled on this one, was mainly to get the other 3 things, but the magnifying glass is what set this one apart from some of the others. Now in terms of size, this one actually, so this is the Fieldmaster, which is just a hair, or I guess I can say 1 layer smaller. So if you can see right here, the Evolution 23 is a tiny bit bigger than the Fieldmaster, and this is obviously also equivalent to Huntsman. And then this is the Handyman, which you can see the Handyman is thicker, but the Handyman, I think, adds more tools. I wish I had a magnifying glass, and it'd be perfect. So overall, I think this is a great knife. It is a little bit shorter, I think, not by much, but as you can see, it is a little shorter than some of the other ones, but again, I don't think it makes much of a noticeable difference. But I know in the past video I said that if you were to only get one, is to get the Huntsman, which is the the equivalent of this Fieldmaster, except for you trade the screwdriver for a corkscrew. And this corkscrew, obviously, aside from being a corkscrew, has a lot of different uses that could be beneficial, from untying knots. You can store things in it, like this one. I got the little screwdriver that's stored in here, and I actually ordered a 3-pack of these to outfit all of these with it. But that screwdriver, you can use it to bore out wood, so it's actually a pretty nifty tool beyond just opening wine. But I chose the Fieldmaster obviously because I actually preferred the screwdriver, since this would be one I'd kind of carry around the house more so. But going back to the Evolution 23, I think this is a great single knife option. It does compare really well with the Huntsman. Only difference obviously is it's a little bit, a tiny bit wider, or thicker I should say, than the Huntsman would be. But I mean, it's really almost like the difference of having, let's see what the difference is. It's almost like just the scales are really what makes the difference. So it's a pretty negligible, I think, difference in thickness. Like the Handyman, it's noticeably thicker. There's no kind of disputing that. It's thicker, it feels thicker, it feels heavier, so the Handyman is definitely a bigger knife. But this one, honestly, they feel about the same weight, feel about the same size in the hand, in the pocket about the same, so I'd say these are pretty comparable. So in terms of a single knife option, I'd probably take the Evolution 23 over the Huntsman. That was my previous recommendation, but after using this for the last few days, I think I would take this one. The magnifying glass is a nice touch. The one thing this is missing is the hook. So the Fieldmaster and the Huntsman have a hook back here. It's a little hard to get out. So I don't know why they didn't include it on here. I'm guessing probably something in here must just prevent it from being added here, but that is the trade-off, is the Huntsman and the Fieldmaster got a hook on it. You know, there's things you can do with this hook, you know, carry wood, pull knots. I think I saw a guy on YouTube actually sharpen this, use it to like carve out wood. But tool-wise, the other big difference here is this one, you get a small blade in addition to the big blade. This one, you get a file. And to be honest, I don't know. It's a pretty crappy file, if you ask me. You got a little bit of a, I guess, pry bar slash screwdriver potentially on the tip here as well. But I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. But I don't know if a small blade is more handy or not. I guess it's up to you. But yeah, that's probably the only key difference between these, is the small blade versus file, magnifying glass. And these Wenger based knives, scissor setup is a little bit different too. So if you pull out the scissors, where the hell are you? All right. So if you look at these scissors, I have like a spring based inside the scissors. Now I haven't had these long enough to judge, but some people can say that the spring can get, it's kind of vulnerable to being broken. I mean, I guess I could see that it is kind of flimsy. I mean, you can see it pops easily out, so I could see if you're doing something and could potentially bend this out, and so I guess I could see that. This one actually uses almost like a torsion bar spring that's integrated with the knife, so it is much more sturdier, so you're not gonna knock this easily out of place. So I can see this design being a better design. So yeah, I would say these are probably more robust of a design than the Victoria Onyx. So potentially better scissors, plus magnifying glass, a little bit thicker, no hook. So those are kind of your trade-offs. I think cost-wise, I think it's pretty much the same. I think this is like a couple of dollars more. Of course, you still get the toothpick tweezers, and I'm actually going to be replacing the toothpicks. I actually got that in. I'll make a different video about that. But yeah, pretty quick video. I would say that I'm gonna change my recommendation for single. No, if you're only going to have one, I would say I'd recommend this one. So if I could only keep one of these, I'd probably keep that one, the Evolution 23. But I'm really liking this Handyman, I gotta say. It's the one I grab more. I don't know why, I just like having all the tools on it, I guess. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.